Your mother just called you for the third time today asking what day it is. Your father fell again last week and didn't tell anyone. These aren't just normal aging signs. They're red flags screaming that something needs to change. I'm going to share 7 critical warning signs that mean it's time to consider assisted living. Missing even one of these could put your loved one in serious danger. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and when to take action. Let me be brutally honest with you. The decision to move a parent into assisted living is one of the hardest choices you'll ever make. It feels like giving up. It feels like abandonment. But here's what nobody tells you. Waiting too long is far more dangerous than acting too soon. The first warning sign is repeated falls or near misses. Notice I said repeated. 1 fall might be an accident. 2 falls in a month is a pattern. 3 falls means you're playing Russian roulette with your parents' life. Falls are the leading cause of injury and death among seniors over 65. A broken hip doesn't just mean surgery. It means a 30% chance of dying within a year. Every time your parent stumbles, every time they grab the counter to steady themselves, every time they trip over that rug they've walked past for 20 years, their brain is telling you something. Their body can't keep up anymore. But here's what makes this tricky. Your parent will hide falls from you. They'll minimize them. They'll say they just lost their balance for a second. Why? Because they're terrified you'll take away their independence. So you need to look for the evidence they're trying to hide. Unexplained bruises. New dents in the wall. Furniture that's been moved to create support points. The second sign is declining personal hygiene. This one breaks my heart every time I see it. Your parent used to be immaculate. Hair always done. Clothes always pressed. Now they're wearing the same outfit 3 days in a row. Their hair is greasy. They smell like they haven't showered in a week. This isn't laziness. This isn't depression, although that can be part of it. This is a sign that basic self-care has become too difficult. Getting in and out of the shower is scary when your balance is off. Lifting your arms to wash your hair is exhausting when you have arthritis. Bending over to put on socks feels impossible when your back hurts constantly. Pay attention to the small details. Are their nails clean? Is their breath fresh? Are they changing their underwear daily? These intimate details tell you more than any conversation will. When someone can't maintain basic hygiene, they can't maintain independent living. The third warning sign is medication mismanagement. Your father takes 8 different medications. 3 in the morning. 2 at lunch. 3 at bedtime. Seems simple enough, right? Wrong. This is where things get dangerous fast. Missing doses means their conditions aren't controlled. Taking double doses can land them in the emergency room. Mixing up medications can cause serious interactions. I've seen seniors take their blood pressure medication twice and end up passing out. I've seen diabetics forget their insulin and end up in diabetic coma. Here's how you check. Look at their pill organizer. Are pills missing from yesterday? Are there extra pills in today's slot? Check the prescription bottles. Do the remaining pills match when they should run out? Call their pharmacy and ask about refill patterns. Are they refilling too early? Too late? Not at all? Memory issues make this worse. Your parent might take their morning pills, forget they took them, and take them again an hour later. Or they might think they took them when they didn't. Either scenario is life-threatening. The fourth sign is dangerous driving or giving up driving entirely. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Your parents' car has new scratches every week. They got lost driving to the grocery store they've shopped at for 30 years. They're driving 40 miles per hour on the highway with their turn signal on. Or maybe they've already stopped driving. That's actually a warning sign too. It means they know they're not safe behind the wheel anymore. But here's the problem. If they can't drive, how are they getting groceries? How are they getting to doctor appointments? How are they picking up prescriptions? The answer is usually they're not. They're eating whatever's in the pantry until it runs out. They're skipping doctor appointments. They're going without medications. Losing the ability to drive doesn't just mean losing transportation. It means losing access to everything that keeps them healthy and safe. Watch for these specific signs. Dents and scratches on the car, traffic tickets or warnings. Getting lost in familiar areas. Confusing the gas and brake pedals. Driving too slowly or too fast. Difficulty seeing at night. These aren't just inconveniences. They're signs that your parent could kill themselves or someone else. The fifth warning sign is social withdrawal and isolation. Your mother used to have coffee with friends every Tuesday. She volunteered at the library. She never missed church. Now she doesn't leave the house for weeks at a time. She doesn't answer the phone. She stopped doing everything she used to love. Isolation kills seniors. Not metaphorically. Literally. Studies show that social isolation increases mortality risk by 30%. It's as dangerous as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. When seniors stop engaging with the world, their cognitive decline accelerates. Depression sets in. Their will to live diminishes. But why do they withdraw? Sometimes it's because going out has become too difficult. Getting dressed is exhausting. Walking to the car is scary. Being around people is overwhelming when you can't hear the conversation or remember names. Sometimes it's because they're embarrassed about their decline. Sometimes it's because they're depressed. Whatever the reason, isolation is a death spiral. The less they engage, the worse they get. The worse they get, the less they engage. Assisted living breaks this cycle by putting them in an environment where social interaction happens naturally. Where activities are built into the daily routine. Where isolation isn't an option. The sixth sign is weight loss or poor nutrition. Open your parents' refrigerator. What do you see? Expired milk from 2 weeks ago? Moldy leftovers? Empty shelves? This tells you everything you need to know about their nutritional status. Unintentional weight loss in seniors is a medical emergency. Losing more than 5% of body weight in a month or 10% in 6 months means something is seriously wrong. Maybe they can't shop for groceries anymore. Maybe cooking has become too complicated. Maybe they forget to eat. Maybe they've lost their appetite due to medications or depression. Look at what they're actually eating. Are they living on crackers and cheese? Eating the same frozen dinner every night? Skipping meals entirely? Malnutrition weakens their immune system. It makes them more susceptible to infections. It accelerates cognitive decline. It makes recovery from any illness much harder. Assisted living facilities provide 3 nutritious meals a day. No shopping. No cooking. No cleaning up. Just showing up and eating. For many seniors, this alone is worth the move. The improvement in their health and energy can be dramatic. The seventh and final warning sign is confusion or memory problems that interfere with daily life. Everyone forgets things sometimes. That's normal aging. But there's a difference between forgetting where you put your keys and forgetting what keys are for. There's a difference between losing track of the date and not knowing what year it is. Watch for these red flags. Asking the same questions repeatedly within minutes. Getting lost in their own neighborhood. Forgetting the names of close family members. Leaving the stove on. Forgetting to turn off the water. Not recognizing familiar faces. Confusion about time and place. This is where things get really dangerous. A confused senior might wander outside in the middle of winter without a coat. They might let strangers into their home. They might fall for scams. They might start a fire. They can't be left alone safely anymore. Memory care units in assisted living facilities are designed specifically for this. 24-hour supervision. Secure environments to prevent wandering. Staff trained in dementia care. Activities designed to maintain cognitive function. It's not giving up on your parent. It's giving them the specialized care they need. Now let's talk about what you should do if you're seeing these signs. First, don't wait for a crisis. The worst time to choose an assisted living facility is when your parent is in the hospital after a fall. You'll be rushed. You'll be stressed. You'll make a poor decision. Start touring facilities now. Even if you think you have time. Get on waiting lists for the good ones. They can have 6-month to 2-year waits. Talk to your parent about their preferences while they can still participate in the decision. Where would they want to live? What amenities matter to them? What's their budget? Second, involve your parent in the decision as much as possible. This is their life. Their home. Their independence. Yes, you might need to make the final call if they're not capable of deciding. But include them in every step you can. Let them tour facilities. Let them ask questions. Let them feel some control over this massive change. Third, don't do this alone. Talk to your siblings. Get everyone on the same page before you approach your parent. Family conflict makes this transition 10 times harder. Agree on the criteria. Agree on the timeline. Agree on who will handle what. Present a united front. Fourth, consult with their doctor. Get a professional assessment of their care needs. What level of assistance do they need? Are they appropriate for independent living with some services? Assisted living? Memory care? Skilled nursing? The doctor's input can help guide your decision and sometimes helps convince a reluctant parent. Fifth, understand the financial reality. Assisted living is expensive. The national average is over $4,000 a month. Some facilities cost $8,000 to $10,000. Medicare doesn't cover it. You'll likely be paying out of pocket until assets are spent down enough to qualify for Medicaid. Look at your parents' finances honestly. How long can they afford assisted living? Will they need to sell their house? Do they have long-term care insurance? What happens when the money runs out? These are hard conversations, but necessary ones. Finally, prepare yourself emotionally. This is going to be hard. Your parent might be angry. They might feel betrayed. They might accuse you of stealing their independence. They might refuse to speak to you. This is normal. It's part of the grieving process for them. But here's what I need you to understand. Your job isn't to make your parent happy. Your job is to keep them safe. Sometimes love means making the hard choice even when they hate you for it. Sometimes love means taking away independence to preserve life. You're not abandoning them. You're not giving up on them. You're ensuring they get the care and support they need. You're preventing a tragedy. You're extending their life and improving its quality. That's not failure. That's love in action. The question isn't whether your parent will need assisted living eventually. The question is whether you'll recognize the signs in time to make a planned transition instead of an emergency one. Whether you'll act on what you're seeing instead of hoping it gets better. Your parent raised you. They kept you safe when you couldn't keep yourself safe. Now it's your turn. Now you're the parent and they're the child who needs protection. It's the hardest role reversal you'll ever experience. But it's also the most important thing you'll ever do for them. Don't wait for the fall that breaks a hip. Don't wait for the fire from the forgotten stove. Don't wait for them to wander off and get lost. Don't wait for the medication error that lands them in intensive care. By then, you've waited too long. If you're seeing these 7 signs, it's time. It's time to have the conversation. It's time to tour facilities. It's time to make a plan. Your parent's life might literally depend on it.